Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McKola. As you can see, I'm outside the Emirates where Manchester United have lost the unbeaten run. It was hardly an unbeaten run, was it? It was 13 wins and 12 draws, but the 25-game unbeaten run in the Premier League is now over for Manchester United. We lost 2-0 at the end of the day. I think it was a Xhaka goal which came off Herrera's head and looped over David De Gea. It's an own goal, really, isn't it? It was never going in. Xhaka's shot, took the deflection, looped over David De Gea. It was perfect. Like, he couldn't have done that if he tried to get that perfect dip over David De Gea and into the goal. And they luckily took the lead in the second half, but then poor defending by Chris Smalling allowed Danny Welbeck to have a free header in the middle of the box. And it's 2-0. Dan went and done me one. What an idiot. But United today, 2-0 defeat. And we didn't really deserve anything out of the game, to be totally honest with you. We were poor in the second half. I don't think we were in the game in the second half at all. We did very, very little with the ball. And in the first half, whilst I feel we dominated some of the game and we had a lot of chances, Wayne Rooney had a few chances as well. He had one where there was a mistake by the Arsenal defence. Wayne Rooney could have squared it to Juan Mata. He didn't. And as a result, the opportunity went away from Manchester United. But it was really, really frustrating today. In the first half, I thought, sorry guys, Chris is just putting the charger back into the phone before it dies on us. So we do apologise about that. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with, guys. I'm not pissed, I promise. Right, we're back now. Sorry about that. So, what was I saying before that? I've lost my track of thought now. Anyway, United started. We had a lot of changes to the team. Axel Twanzebe, all that stuff. I've got a United fan that wants to chat to me as well, by the way. Zach, you want to chat to us about the game? How are you feeling after that, man?
Yeah, all good. I think it was almost in the players' mind that they wanted to go for the Europa League today. You can almost see like the fight's gone for the Premier League, and we just want the Europa.
Do you think that comes from the manager?
Kind of. When he says he's going to rest players for the game and put players in, it doesn't give a good mindset, but I'll back Jose all the way.
Yeah. You're still feeling confident?
100%. 100%.
And if we get into that Champions League for the Europa League, would you consider this season a success then?
Yeah, I think so. 2 trophies in his first season, done well.
And how you feel for the future ahead under Jose?
Good. He's pushing through new talent. We saw that today. I think we just got to build around Rashford, Martial, give them a chance to grow. I do feel like we need a new striker still. If Ibra comes back, maybe not. But yeah, future's good.
Thank you very much, Zach, and thank you for stopping us out to chat to us.
Later.
Nice one. Legend, Zach. So, United fans are still positive under Jose Mourinho. We're still positive under Jose Mourinho. Things are moving forward. Things are progressing forward. And I mean, Arsenal fans coming out of here, they were very giddy today. And I'm sure they'll be giddy on social media and all that. But what Manchester United fans need to do is just relax, calm down, and realise that despite that, Manchester United are moving forward. Despite that, Jose Mourinho has got Manchester United moving forward. We are progressing as a football club. And as long as we make sure we have Champions League football next season through the Europa League, then I'm absolutely happy. I'm happy with that because I feel if we get Champions League football for next season, we can win the league with a successful summer, bringing in the right players. But I think today showed exactly why we can't hope to win the league or finish in the top 4 whilst playing Europa League football. That Thursday, Sunday stuff just isn't helpful for anyone. It doesn't help at all. Thursday, Sunday. When has a team that's been in the Europa League ever won the league? I don't think they have, you know. I don't think they have. And then you look at the last 2 winners of the Premier League, Chelsea this season, Leicester last season. They didn't have any European football. So no Europa League, no Champions League. So they've had that freedom of being able to keep a team fit for the Premier League, keep their back 4 fit for the Premier League, maybe change 1 or 2 players every game, rest up in between games. Manchester United haven't had the ability to do that. We haven't been able to do that at all because we've had so many injuries, so many fixtures, and we haven't been able to keep the same team. And I feel that hasn't helped us either. Also, the lack of rest and all that doesn't help us either. And I think that shows Manchester United, we have to make sure we are not in the Europa League next season. We have to make sure we're not in the Europa League next season. Pedro says Rooney is a joke. And I think Rooney's performance today showed that he's not going to be here at Manchester United next season. I said this before when Zlatan got injured that, look, the injury to Zlatan could be a blessing in disguise for Rooney. He could fight back and show Jose Mourinho that he still has something to offer. But in the last couple of weeks, despite scoring 2 goals, I don't think he has shown that he's got anything to offer Manchester United. He's not very good. Mickey was poor, says Hamza, and I agree with that. It's another game where Mkhitaryan's been quiet for Manchester United. Now, it doesn't help when we're not attacking, we're not playing the correct football, we're not going forward, and we're not giving him that supply. We missed Paul Pogba in there again today. We've played against Arsenal away and Manchester City away without Paul Pogba in the midfield, and we haven't scored a single goal. That there isn't good enough. It's just not good enough at all. We need to be doing better than that. Twanzebe today was absolutely amazing. Pilkey says Twanzebe greater than Messi. And now, I know it's a little bit it is tongue-in-cheek, not a little bit tongue-in-cheek. But Axel Twanzebe was fantastic today. I know the guys at Full Time Devils did a video saying silence Sanchez and we silent Arsenal. And Twanzebe silenced Sanchez. United had silenced Ozil. But somehow that lucky goal that they got with the deflection over the keeper got them going in that second half. And it was the second half we weren't really in at all. United were poor today. But I'm really disappointed because why are we coming to places like this looking to lose, looking to draw, not really going for the win? We had enough there to win. Like I said, we've played against Man City and Arsenal and not scored a goal. These are teams that have been conceding left, right and centre all season, and United never scored a goal. That right there isn't good enough. And I think even with resting players, like you look at that team we had today, Martial, Mickey, Mata, you're telling me you can't play a more creative, a more attacking style of play than that? Are you? Are you? Because I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all because I think we can, even if you are resting players. Resting players doesn't mean you have to play negatively, does it? Does it? It doesn't to me. And I think it's a bit silly that we haven't gone for these teams because these are teams that, as I've said, have been conceding left, right and centre. I prefer ISIS to Arsenal. I agree with that comment. Whoever said that, I'm joking. Wow, am I? Agree with Adam about the tactics against the big teams. Get LVG in for the big games. That'd be a good one, innit? But then again, LVG was also better at home. So should we just bring him back altogether? No. That's gone too far. Look, I know I'm having a little laugh and a joke and I'm having a little moan today. It's only because I hate losing against these man. Down the years, going to school, these were our biggest rivals. Manchester United against Arsenal, Keane against Vieira, Wenger versus Fergie. I hate losing against these lot. Hate it. Even if we are both outside the top 4, you don't lose. These lot are soft as shit. These lot are so soft. And United let them win today. That's poor, man. Remember when Fergie beat them with 6-7 defenders in a team? Rafael and Fabio in the middle of the park. And we couldn't get a goal or a sniff today. It's poor. Wayne Rooney had that chance. He should have squared it to Mata. If he squares it to Mata, Mata scores and the game's different. We didn't show up, says Gavin. Aspas is better than Sanchez, says Abdullah. Jones needs to fight, says Yas. Was bound to happen, says Zion. See, was bound to happen. I think we only think that way. It was bound to happen because Jose has been feeding us with fucking excuses for weeks. Oh, I know. If I start Twanzebe at right back, it'll look like I've had to change things up. I've had to go with youngsters, and it's okay if we lose because it's an excuse. Nah, fuck that, man. Let's go for it. I don't like losing against Arsenal. They're shit. They're Arsenal. They're soft. Everyone knows how to beat Arsenal. Stick 1 or 2 in. Bing, bang, bosh. We've won. Not today. Shouldn't compare Fergie's time with today's match, says Jano. I'm not comparing the time. I'm not comparing the era. I'm not comparing the success. What I'm comparing is saying to you, resting players doesn't mean you have to play negatively. That's what I'm saying. Resting players does not mean you have to play negatively at all. We need to stop playing this way because it's not good enough. Got Celta Vigo up next now. If we don't get a result in that game, then Champions League football isn't coming to Old Trafford next season. The way I feel is if, as I've said at the beginning of this review, if we don't have Champions League football next season, we're not going to win the league. We're not going to get in the top 4, and it's going to be a big old circle. And that's when you start to fall into the danger of becoming like a Liverpool. But United, we could still have a very, very successful season. We could win the Europa League. And if we win the Europa League, added to the League Cup and added to the progress that we have made on the pitch, off the pitch with Jose Mourinho, with the players, then this season would have been a success. But the margins are very, very fine at the moment, and United need to make sure we're on the right side of it when the season comes to an end. I don't have any man of the match today. Danny Welbeck can go fuck himself. He's dead to me. What you celebrating a goal against Man United for, Danny? I'm gonna write you another letter tonight.